Hello everyone. It's a me. We are cooked. We are cooked. This thing's due in like 17 hours. We're cooked. No, not really, but I finished most of my idea off stream, and we're just doing the minor details now. So can't be too bad, right? We're just really hoping that it's gonna be fine. Oh, oh, I didn't check my I didn't check my camera. Okay, give me a second. I gotta do this before we move on. So yeah, we got very little time left to work on this, and gonna be doing we're gonna be finishing this up and hoping that this is okay. All right, I feel like it's Twitch, ever since the Twitch thing showed up, it maybe that's what's taking it, because it's only one camera at a time, right? Okay, yeah, no VTuber this time either, because I didn't fix it. Whoops, I forgot until right this moment, because I've been very occupied this past couple days. My bad, my bad. You want to put up some Wouldn't be put up some nothing, no crazy music this time around, we're not rushing, we're not doing anything. Let me see. I guess I can play what I have. It's running at a slower frame rate because it's fighting for its life or something, but it's according to the people, I submitted, I rendered this out and showed it to people, and to the organizers, and they're like, yeah, that's not, you won't get disqualified. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But one thing that's kind of funny is someone noted, hey, his arms are kind of funky like that, and I had to tell them, oh, yeah, that was on purpose because bro runs weird. Like, you can see that the frames that I did use as a reference, straight up, this is the only time this man runs. Every other time he does anything in this show, he's leaping and hopping and all that. So the only time I found him running was this, and he looks really weird. So we'll be doing small stuff maybe we'll clean up the lights, because maybe this is a little too green, you can see that I picked it off of this, but it's not as bright, so maybe not. Maybe I'll go fix that. But yeah, I did some work. I actually don't remember what I had left off on stream. So I did a bit of squash and stretch there. I made the actual webbing, instead of it being sticks, so it can look like he's using a web line. Fixed the roll up. I cleaned up this. I mean, still kind of rough, but it's well, you kind of just gotta live with that. So using this as the reference, I'm gonna be starting to build some of the windows and all that. Maybe I can do insets, like you can see there. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing kind of okay. I'm real tired. This is a very unorthodox time to stream, because later I'm very busy. Very busy today. So this is the only time I was oh, a time where I'm never really doing anything. Okay, fine. This is finally streaming time. Guess I'll do it like this. So yeah, just not doing, haven't been doing. I've been very busy, you know, getting ready for school again, going and getting some work done. You know, the usual. Oh, uh, finally started actually doing I was finally starting to spend money on actual like face care products and all that. So, you know, that's neat. Trying to actually work on myself like that, I guess. Yo, let me tell you, face care products very expensive. Like, sure, I even get it at the local liquidation center, but like even like going through that's still like expensive. Like, it's also funny how there's a bunch of different words for stuff. Like, oh yeah, we don't call stuff lotion, we call them moisturizers type stuff. It's like, I did. Like, there was this little jar that's like maybe 50 milliliters. It's like $50. That jar's like $50, and I mean, I got it, I got it at the local liquidation center for like 20, but like still $20 for 50 milliliters of like lotion type stuff. Insane. And the fact that I got them so cheap, that's also pretty insane. I actually gotta figure out like what's actually using my camera. This is my camera's on right now. My guess is Twitch, but I'm not 100% sure. But once I figure that out, we're back to VTubing model. Unless you want like a little like a kind of death staring man like in the little corner. I guess, I mean, it's just a window. It's like it's nothing like too crazy. Yeah, probably like building wall 3. It's like the same colors. Yeah, it's the same color as like building wall 3, so we just pop. And what we're doing instead is that we're gonna do it. Can I just get away with just doing it building wall 1? No. Okay, clone that, window. Go into shading, change this up, whiten it up a lot. So so its cell shades better. You know what? Fully white's not the right color. Just a slight gray. Should I start putting in these weird brick textures too? I guess I could. How am I gonna randomize it though? Alright, you know what? I think I know what I could do to randomize it, but... I remember... I feel like I remember... What was I saying? Like, there was a reason I don't have creative exercise in my, on the regular artist playlist. And I feel like there's supposed to be a reason for that. And it's probably, someone copyrighted it or something. I just kind of don't remember. Okay, the window's supposed to be, like, pretty small. Okay. How does it look here? Doesn't really look that great. Yeah, no, very tired right now. Like, I would really want to be sleeping right now, right at this moment. But you know, you're gonna hear me deliriously yapping about whatever, right? So yeah, I've been starting to do face care stuff. You know, bought some cleanser, bought a moisturizer, starting to really see shape up, like see if I can like improve how my face looks. And it's like, oh, something that came with one of the things I had was like one of those derma rollers. It's like mini micro needles for to like prick at your skin, so it you know, it makes little tiny holes in your skin, and it agitates the skin enough to like convince it to go and what's it go and repair itself to make your skin look nicer and reduce scarring. So I was like, okay, I'll go and try that, and I was getting a pretty good results. I've only done it like twice. Like I had a dermal roller, it broke, so these are some weird ass window placements. Like look at that. You know, I'm gonna follow that. Yep, I'm just gonna trust the process. It says do the windows weirdly. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna believe you implicitly. And some of the windows are like, actually, let me actually move all of them, because this is not the building it's based off of. The building this one's based off of just only has like white. So, you know, we'll go do that. Okay, we'll you know, I kind of don't understand why is it doing that, you know? Probably has something to do with the parenting or like the angle, the way they set this up, but very odd. I also have like a really stuffy, like a weird. My nose is doing is acting up. It's like, oh, doing a whole lot more sniffing than I should be. Which I'm gonna guess because like maybe like there's like a nose hair in my nose that's like agitating it a lot, like real messing with it type of stuff, and that's why it's like doing something. But every once in a while I'll just like mute the mic and then you know blow my nose and we'll be back to working. But yeah, I guess I can. Okay, we can just copy that because it's nothing special. It's just yeah, that's fine. weird. Like if you look at the windows on that one, it's like, look at that. That's weird. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing all this. Like I'm like, you know, whatever. I have this like really bad issue of like, oh, I hit 90%. I'm like, I'm just gonna stop working. Like, there's this thing I was gonna put up, get ready for like an Etsy product for the particle shop, for them to work on, and I'm like, I got 90% of it done. You know, prototypes, a few like models ready, few of it ready, and it's like, nah, I just haven't put up the listing yet. It's like, I don't feel like it. You know, I was like, what if I just put something else there? Yeah, okay, that's good enough. And it's like in the background, maybe like some regular size windows. All right. Oh, you know something that I think it no. It happened already before last stream, but I just didn't mention it because I didn't think about it. But there was oh, someone's vacuuming. There was what was it? What was it again? Oh, the Twitch knocking. I don't really understand what the big deal with that is, you know? Like, okay, on a certain level, like I know it's like it's bad for VTubers to do like a Twitch knocking because like it apparently touches your webcam and brings out your webcam thing, so it effectively docks you the moment you open it, which I understand that's pretty bad. You know, you shouldn't be doing that, right? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure most of them, it's like, most people use like an iPhone for tracking, right? It's like, okay, I mean, I don't think it would matter in that case, right? But in other cases where you you could just find the thing in you can just find them pretty easily on the studio, the dashboard. So I already set all of mine to off. So like, oh, people who are on my like I have to specifically like give people the whitelist to be able to actually like go on to knock, and I'm just gonna leave that empty because I like being left alone. So I'm like, oh, well now it just no longer applies to me. It's like, yeah, and I remember people saying like, oh, but what if there's like someone who's just not on Twitter and learning about it? It's like, okay, this was like before the Brazil stuff, but it's like, I mean, now it's like it makes a bit more sense because of the Brazil stuff, but like I didn't really understand that too, because like, oh, if you're like a content creator, right? Why aren't you, you know, checking the thing a little bit more often enough that like you would see something like that, right? And I feel like you should be. I mean, it's not healthy, you know. That's why you always joke. I always joke around with my friends. It's like, you know, my first mistake was logging onto Twitter and looking at whatever the For You page. You know, I always joke with my friends about stuff like that. But it's like, But like really though, you should probably be like checking it out at least enough that it's like you would have seen it, right? Oh, 'cause, you know, how are you supposed to exactly be like a content creator if you aren't like aware, at least partially aware of whatever is happening around you, right? Like it doesn't, you don't have to have an opinion on it, but being at least just knowing about it is probably like pretty helpful. Okay, I think we've had this running enough. Let's play ooh, ooh, I gotta mute that for a second. I don't have ad blockers don't really work no more. So oh, I just muted. So you know we gotta, you know, oh, ad comes up. We gotta get rid of that for a second. Ooh, maybe I'll finally pick. I mean, I'm just waiting for the ad blockers to get strong enough to just like just beat whatever the heck YouTube's doing. It's like, oh, look at that, back to ad free. But maybe because of this, I might actually like pay for YouTube or whatever. Might as well get the family thing too, because it's like, oh, most of my family watches YouTube, doesn't even watch anything else. So it's like, I mean, ad free, sure, fine, whatever. Oh, look at that. You, uh-oh. You can. Oh, I don't understand why it's moving back like that. Okay. This is not the Mario Paint song I was thinking of. Let me go pull up a Mario Paint OST. Uh, no, we already got creative exercise. Yeah, I can fuck with this. Yeah, so someone's gonna be like, why are the windows weirdly placed? I don't know! Why is it weirdly placed in the show? It's kind of a bop for just like data transfer. You know, Nintendo just doesn't do like absolute bops of music anymore. Like, we used to have stuff like the eShop music, the 3DS eShop music changing every once in a while to like the seasons and stuff, and maybe to the years, changing every year. And now it's like, oh, it's just the same song every once in a while. Okay, okay, in the corner you can actually... No, that's already filled in. Uh... Can you even see... I don't even think you can see the other building. There's like a... Yeah, there's like this one. I don't think you can even see it. The way the angle is. It's actually straight up too short. Okay, let me raise this one up. So you can just kind of see it. Yeah, that's fine. And maybe we'll put a water tower on one of these things. Like, maybe on the one, like, right here. We'll work on a water tower. Okay, there's always just so much stuff in the way that it's a little hard to. It can be fine. I can ignore that. I gotta like actually fill out the windows there though. It's kind of funny. Something the way I'm talking right now, it's like someone could be like, "Are you high?" I'm like, "No, I'm just really tired. I'm just really tired." It's like, hmm. Oh wait, no, you can see the windows at the front too. Oh. Personally, I really don't like the directions they picked for this for the blender outline. Not a fan of the directions they picked, because usually I would do like 1 would be like this and 3 would be this, but no, 1's like this, 3's like this. So it's like you can't exactly even work on the background easily. If any, 3 should all of this should be flipped. Oh, I mean maybe I could I can probably note that down when like, oh, do you have any suggestions to make this better? Oh, okay. For the Blender template, make it so the camera, the the camera is kinder to like the numpad camera direction movement. Because it's like, oh, I mean, some instincts are kind of like you can't transfer. Like, I can't use 1 and 3 anymore. I mean, I can use 7. That's 9. Oh, okay. I've never used 9. No, nine's flipping. I mean, that would have been helpful if I learned that. Like, oh crap, I'm really loud. That would have been helpful. Oh no. Ooh. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize my mic was like picking up a lot of noise. I didn't notice that. I see it like, oh, my regular voice, yellow. That's good enough. Okay. Pop this into a save. Okay, we put a little bit more detail with the windows. I mean, I feel like I kind of overdid it with some of the windows. Like, maybe there's like a little too many. But it's like, it's probably okay. I was kind of hoping I'd actually learn a bit more about the smoke effects. Like, doing a more usable cartoonish smoke effect, but I didn't really I wasn't able to get around to that. I did. I mean, the one thing I did learn this competition was like finally got to use bendy bones, so finally got to figure out how that worked. Before I tried bendy bones, but they didn't really work. This one, they started working, so I'm like, oh, I'm good. Oh, and then I had to learn a different way to do electricity, because the original way I used it in last year's competition for the boss fight one. The electricity on that one is apparently outdated because the geometry nodes I used to create that don't exist anymore. So it just kind of flunked up, and now it doesn't exist. It doesn't work anymore. So I had to learn a new way, which using displacement textures and all that. Plus, at the same time, stacking a secondary color. I think that's pretty accurate to how the show is. Like, I think maybe it's a little too yellow. I don't know, but like I think it's fine. The Spider-Man. I mean, this was like for something. This was for the action figure, so like, they just happened to work out. I don't really know what to say there. Okay, is there any like ish? Let me take a double second look on this. Originally, I was gonna try and do the background as a gradient, but I couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't get it to work. So what I did instead was just use a draw the background myself manually, which isn't really that hard. I just get the base colored right at the top, the color right at the bottom. I just use like an airbrush thing on it. Ooh man, I'm really tired. Like I'm getting tired. I haven't been streaming for that long. I've only been like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh wow. Probably tired enough to just like. Whew. Okay, so this one's. Oh, I like the. Oh, Monkey Song's the one I like. I don't know if I'm really a fan of Falling Star. This one's like a little weird for streams. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Oh, whoops. Get out of here. Oh yeah. This is the one I really like. I think I like this one more than Creative Exercise actually. Like the famous one is Creative Exercise, but I think I like this one more. Now I gotta think like, okay. I mean, I'm not that much of a fan of the timing I had on this, but it's kind of like I legit don't have time, don't have like enough time on this to really move it in a different spot, right? Like I would have just like how I did originally, I would have given him a bit more running, like maybe 1 or 2 runs before like things started running, like shooting at him. But like I don't have enough time. And I've already done the people say like, oh, if you want to like really test out like whether or not your thing is good, you just like stitch this together with the original like base thing and see how well it looks like syncing together. And like it looks fine. I did the animation stuff already. The thing I don't really like too much is like how fast he like moves back there. If it was a bit slower, like if I got like maybe an extra second, that would be pretty good. But you can't add more time because that's against the rules. And I'm just kind of thinking, should I make the background a little bluer? Maybe. I think I can just mess with this a bit. Like, okay, object, world. Right. It's here. Can I actually... Made it a little bit bluer. Probably looks fine. You know, the extra blue kind of makes things pop a little more. Hey, that's kind of... Ooh. How far raised is that? It's not that highly raised. I don't think I actually have the time to inset all the holes. No, I do. I do. Alright, all this, Control J, one single thing. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, I should also combine it with the ones over here too. Alright, and then, okay, Boolean, oh, no, it should be fine. Fast. Are these not inside? Oh. Guess they are.
Running a business can be
Hey. No ads. Yeah, we're back to our regularly scheduled Mario. Yeah, so we inset, like, everything, I guess. Okay, how did this do it? Poorly. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing... But how does it look? Okay, having it inset more, like, kind of works better. Alright, can't do it like that then, okay. Fine. How do the windows down here look? Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Open this back up. Oh, I was like, oh, I can move this? No, I can't. Might as well throw it into, give it a save. Throw it to render. Okay. Guess we're, okay. That's why we save right before we start rendering, by the way. If it crashes, it saves, so it's fine. You know something that's been happening recently is that, my cousin, he's starting to get really into, like, trying to do hobby stuff, you know? Like, I've been doing, 3D printing for a while. I really started getting into it, like, the past, like, year or two. And, got a resin printer, started printing stuff in resin to get more, accurate parts. Because, sometimes the small pieces, you can't exactly sand those down for detail, so you're forced to use, like, a resin printer for something like that. My cousin's starting to get into it. He's, like, asking me to print so much stuff, Like, he's went through, like, 3 kilograms of, like, a filament already, and that's pretty wild. Like, I didn't go through 3 kilograms for my first year. Yeah, give me a second. Just sneeze. So he already went through 3 kilograms. I was like, oh, I bought like 10 just so I could start like the whole particle shop stuff. At least I paid for 10 to get that ready, and we've already eaten through like nearly the whole thing, like all 10 kilograms. I had to order another set. I'm like, this is so much money. I mean, he's gonna pay me back, but that still doesn't mean it's not expensive, right? And then what's it? Now he was asking about like, oh, the hobby paints, like, oh, I want to buy some hobby paints for all this stuff. I'm like, you can just use the ones I have, because I have all the base colors and some like alternative colors too. But he was like, oh, I just want to buy my own paint. I'm not a fan of like how some of these look. Kind of funny. I'm a Tamiya guy. I use Tamiya paints, but mostly because the shop that has like actual hobby paints only carries Tamiya. So I'm like, I guess a person of circumstance. It's the easiest to get, so I'm using that. But my cousin's willing to go out of his way for like a 20-minute drive or something. Go 20 minutes and go to a other shop that has like other ones like Vallejo, Citadel, all those. Like, I don't care enough to do that. I'm just gonna buy whatever's easiest, even if it like costs like a bit more. I'm like, oh, whatever. But he's starting to get into like Vallejo and all that. It's like, okay. And he's also just buying a bunch of stuff. Like, he wants to learn how to use like make his own water slide decals, because he's asking me to like print out this like Nendoroid, like a 3D print a fan-made Nendoroid of these people from like this game called Signalis, which all I know about, I mean, I've seen gameplay of it, but it's like all I remember is like people go into the game expecting like, ooh, haha, funny, pretty women kissing, haha, and then they get hit with cosmic horror because it's a horror game first, and I don't know, gay romance like not even second, like fourth. But the thing is, like, the community really loves that stuff, so they go and just show that part more than the actual horror aspect of the game. So he wants to learn how to do like water slide decals, so he can like print out like the face plates and stuff to make it look like a Nendoroid completely. So that's kind of neat. Pretty tired, but yapping keeps me awake. Not really, but like, meh. Oh, I'm out of yapping water. Ooh. Oh, I should probably go and tell him that if he wants to mix paints, I have like little jars that he can have the special paint colors in. But yeah, he's like going buying so much stuff for the things. Like, okay, last time he did that, he went and like I don't really fully get it, but he like does a lot of stuff that I do. I mean, on his own, he really likes like model planes and whatever and stuff. He like he likes the war stuff, war equipment, all that. And then it's like, yeah, he still doesn't paint his own model planes or cars. That's a little funny, but it's like, eh. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, he's buying all that equipment, that stuff I considered, but I'm like, I don't really want to work on that. But what was I getting at again? Water slide decals. Oh yeah. The last time he did something like this was so like I own some fish. I really like fish keeping. You know, they're very pretty fish. I mean, yeah, really, all the fish I've owned have basically died except for like two. So I've been taking care of that. And my cousin, you know, following me, I guess, went and got his own like fish tank. He got like a 50-gallon fish tank. And then okay, I think it's done rendering. He got like a 50-gallon fish tank and went and got this like very very expensive giant like orange fish. I think it's like a red devil something. Red devil like cichlid. I think that's what it was. Red devil something. Let me look it up. Red devil fish. No, not a fishing lure. Just a fish. Red devil cichlid. Yeah, it is a red devil cichlid. Yeah. Very expensive feller. But at some point he just stopped caring about owning a fish because he just couldn't keep up the maintenance of like, you know, fish keeping. So then he just ended up just giving me the fish, and he's a dickhead. He's an asshole. I hate him. Like the two fish that survive are still alive these days is like one's a pleco and the other is like a blind Oscar. Is an Oscar, but he's blind. He was blind from when I got him, and supposedly when he was born. You know, I got him for free from the local pet shop because it was like, oh, they got him. He was blind. It's like people don't buy that, so it's like, oh, so we're giving him away, and I took him. And somehow he's outlived like all my other fish, my goldfish, my super nice other fish. I used to have these like triangle fish. I don't actually remember what they were called. They're like something like barbed sharks, red barbed sharks, or something like that. Those died. But nope. The cichlid I have to hand feed every day survived. Oh, here it is. Do I have this on loop? Put it on loop. So yeah, you can see like the buildings. Like, okay, it's a little off because like his hand position's not the same, not exactly the same, but it's like close enough. But yeah, I think that's like probably okay enough. You know, I put in a lot of minor, small details, like, you know, actually worked on, this is what I did off stream, I remember that. I don't actually remember, I mean, I fixed it off stream, but I don't remember if I did it on stream. This. Still haven't figured out how to turn his webbing into an actual, like, thing to, like, print. But, you know, we'll get to that. So yeah, you can see it's like, oh, like, I'm not a fan of, like, you know, this, you know, you see that? I'm not a, but it's like, there's legit nothing I can really do about that part. But if I actually, like, if I had more time, like, maybe like, couple, like a good, if this competition was like 30 seconds, I could actually, like, go crazy. You know, I would have had him running, jumping through buildings, you know, stepping on some black goo and swapping out to the black suit, because I have the black suit as like a thing, as like a variant of this. Like, I could have cooked so hard with that, but it ended up just being too busy. This part's a little weird, but like, I don't know, it kind of blends. Though the things I've tried to fix this didn't really look that good, so I don't know. Let me try the second. Level 2. Why is this more chill? Level 2 is more chill. Okay. Now it's like, do I add any more? Like, well, in the background of these, like, of the show, he doesn't. I mean, technically, this isn't exactly right. He's supposed to have, like, a little bit more, like, body in. Okay. Like, if this was, like, really right, it would be almost like that. But I've done running kind of like that before. It looks bad. Because he does, like, so much sway in a 3D animation. Because you don't exactly, like, skip. You don't get to skip things like that. So it ends up looking pretty weird. So, you know, I try to minimize movement a bit. I mean, probably the weird part is, like, his hips here aren't swaying enough. Or maybe, like, you can see it's a little disjointed. Maybe it should have been like that a bit more. You know, just move the bone just a bit. Like, that looks, that's fine, but like that, just move that in a little bit more. But I think it'll probably be fine. What else is there I need to do? We got that ready. Windows, coloring's a little okayer. Oh, the water tower. Do I really want to do the water tower right now? I feel like I should just take a nap. I'm like, I don't know. I got a lot of sleep. I'm still tired though. Okay, let me actually see, like, how much time do I have? 15 hours. Okay, 15. Okay, let's say if I... No, I don't think I actually have time for the water tower. Because I'm like, I'm really tired. I'm like running on... I feel like I'm running on fumes, even though I'm not. I guess this is where we stop. Like, I could have done better, but I just did not have the time. I just couldn't make the time. Weirdly, way more busy this time around than last year. Last year, I finished this thing, like, week 2. I was like, oh, it got announced, week 2, I'm done. I submit it. Now this time, like, oh, damn, this is last 10 hours, we're done. Like, this feels more like a school thing. Like, I'm just, like, a few hours left. Like, I'm tired. Okay, we've only streamed for an hour, but there's not really much left I can really do. I mean, I made a funny thumbnail. You know that I got that. That was kind of funny. I like that one. All right, you know, maybe we'll call it in. I'll go to sleep. I'll go sleep some more. All right. Okay. So, I saw someone show. It said someone showed up on YouTube. So you know, thank you for watching. I don't know who you are because you only lurked. And there's someone on Twitch right now. You know, thank you. We'll call it in for today. I gotta remember to actually check what's using my camera that's not letting me use my camera for the VTuber model. But we'll call it in for today. So yeah, thank you for watching. I don't really know what I'm gonna do next time. We'll figure something out. You know, we always do. Even if it takes a while, we always figure something out. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Hey, bye-bye.